today's topic, as you have chosen, success in life, it's very important to understand what success is. People have different view of success, and really they need to know what success is. And being, we all are, most of us are grestas, and we have been through, we are living in the material world as well. So we have direct connection to the material world and a connection with the spiritual world also due to Srila Prabhupada. Here I had done some slides that go ahead. I'll be operating it. How will it go? I have no idea.
You can instruct Shivani, and she will keep moving it as you instruct her.
Okay. So what is success actually? First, we need to know the definition of success. We have a very concocted idea of success because as I said, direct connection with the material world. So we think that having a lot of money or being in a good position in job or business, that is success of life. We have achieved everything. So success actually is, it's a wide term, which could either a success on an individual level or a social level. It goes first the family, in your individual you are success, then with the family are you a success, then at the national level are you a success, at the whole world as a community are you a success. So we see success through these eyes, that am I known to lots of people, am I known to so many, they acknowledge my beings, what I have achieved in life. So we take success is actually, we take it that way, that it is what we have accomplished, the target of life. So being in spiritual world and the material world, we have to decide what we want to achieve. What is my target of life? So success will depend on that. What is my target of life? And what have I achieved at the end of the day? So we could move forward. Shivani, if I could get the control, I have actually never used this. I was asking my son yesterday how to use it. So next slide, you can put it. Yeah, these are the steps to success. How do we achieve success? First, I will come to the main definition of success, which is I have given the last slide, but I'll repeat it right here now. Those who are spiritually inclined also, they also have to have an aim in life. What aim? Either it's material or spiritual, what aim we have. We have to decide in our lives what is actually our target in life. When we were not in the spiritual world, our targets were different. When we enter the spiritual world, as we are growing within the spiritual world under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, what happens is our aims and our targets will be changed, they will be transformed. Prabhupada said there is a spiritual life means a transformation of lust to love. From lust to love for Krishna. The lust for the material world was the first success. We thought, oh, success was having a lot of everything in the material opulence. That is success. That is the lusty desires we had. But then as soon as we enter the spiritual world, our perspective changes. The main thing is our perspective should change. If it's not changing, then we are not advancing in the spiritual life. If we still are motivated or we still are feeling that my target is again, to acquire a lot of wealth, to acquire a big position, to acquire a lot of opulence. So that's our transformation is not taking place. So this transformation has to take place. If you really want the real success in life. It's very interesting when you gave this topic to me. I was invited in my own school as the chief guest. I'm from a convent school from Delhi. And I was invited as the chief guest there. 4 years back, I was invited as the chief guest. And when I was there, one of my teachers, my class teacher, she was my class teacher in grade 10th. She asked me a question when I was introduced on the stage as the spiritual motivational teacher, and I've written a book and all that was told. She came up with a question to me. She said, she took my Karmi name because she called me in the school with that. She said, Randeep, how you define success in life? How do you define success? I said, To define success in life, when you're spiritually inclined, the success means have you acquired that level of self-contentment? Are you happy in what you have? Are you happy in what you have been given by the mercy of the Lord? Are you content in that? Are you satisfied in that? That is the success. If you have won your mind, winning your mind is the success in life. If you're not running after your mind, you are content what you have achieved, and you are satisfied, and when will this happen? This happens only when you get connected to the supreme power. I told her this because it's given. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna is asking Krishna, Manha Chanchala, the mind is it runs away. It's so bewildering. It bewilders everybody. So then Krishna says that once make your mind your friend, not your enemy. And it becomes an enemy if it runs after lusty desires. If it runs after opulence, acquiring a position or opulence. If it runs after, you want to have a lot of opulence, you want to be known in this world, you want to be famous in this world. These are lusty desires. We think, oh, our name should be there when I'm dead, That is the success of life, that everybody should know me when I'm gone from here. I should have my statues built up. All those politicians, leaders, what they do. They make things, they name the things after their names because they want to be there, known for their opulence. In spiritual world, it's different. When we name after a guru, or we named after, like Srila Prabhupada, some roads and some buildings are named after him. That is different because that awakens your consciousness. Those names will awaken your consciousness. It's for the posterity. They will awaken their consciousness. But these political names, because everything we know from the Katha of Ajamil, the name has got a lot of power in it. The name has got the power. Why we are given spiritual names after initiation? Because then we are getting connected to Krishna, and the name is going to be, you're going to be known with this name now. And this name has got a lot of weightage. It's got the power in it, the spiritual power the Guru has given in it. And as it's the name connected to the supreme power, it is definitely going to change our consciousness. It is going to transform our consciousness. So that is why it's very important. The real success in life is that. So this is how, the first is our aim. What is our aim in life? What do we want in life? It should be very clear with us. This corona has really made everybody to think over that what really success is. They now know the value of money. They understand the money could not. In India, we had terrible situation in the last month. It was terrible. People calling up with bags full of money, they have it, but they were gasping for oxygen. They did not have oxygen. They could not buy a cylinder. People were calling us. We were all on the networking on WhatsApp, I have a big group. So everybody, most of my relatives, friends, they were sending me messages. Can you help? Please ask in your group. Anybody can arrange a cylinder of oxygen. And what would that cylinder of oxygen would do? Hardly few hours it would work. They would need again a refill. Everybody was with COVID positive. People were running around to get oxygen cylinders, driving themselves, going in the public with their COVID positive. And that is how it spreads so widely in India. I know families where everybody was COVID positive. They could not help it. They had to go out. Who would look after them? Who would get oxygen for them? They had to go out. And they went out with money in their pockets, searching for the people around to give them the oxygen cylinders, provide them with oxygen cylinders, concentrators. People started hoarding concentrators. They wanted to make money in this situation. It was terrible. Still, it's going on. The same position is there, but a bit better we are now. So this is, people have understood now. This corona has really given them this knowledge, this awakening. Yes, money will not help us at the end of the time, at the end of the day. So what is going to help us is only the success in acquiring the spirituality, acquiring the holy name of Krishna. That is going to help us. Nothing else is going to help us. That is how the situation is, and the realizations come. So this corona, one thing only the corona has given is the best thing is the realization. Otherwise, it's devastating. But it has given the realization to people that the real success is when you have the holy name in your mind, in your subconscious level, that is going to give you peace. Nothing else in this world. So our aim is to achieve the success. Now, when we know what success is actually, as I said, I've given this information in the last, what success is actually, but I will disclose it right now in the middle. S in success stands for sincerity. One has to be sincere and is very loyal to the aim. As I said, in now during this period, we have got some, as being devotees, we under Srila Prabhupada, we knew it from the long time when we joined in. Yes, what is the real success in life? We had understood what is spiritual life, what is material life. But some are actually getting this knowledge right now due to Corona. So their aim right now would be to achieve Krishna, to go back to Godhead, whatever they have listened now, because they have been devastated by what Corona has given. The realization has come to them. But be loyal to your aim. If you want to achieve the success, one has to be very loyal to your aim. Your aim, you should be very faithful to your aim. Then the second is the hard work. You have to put a lot of hard work. It's not that. First, they used to think, those people I know, they used to joke around. They used to say, oh, you don't have any other work. That is why maybe your business is not working. You don't have a good job. That's why you're chanting. That's why you are too much in the spiritual life. People have this notion. They think, oh, you are suffering something. You don't have money. You don't have lots of material things you lack. That is why you've taken to spiritual world. They think that. But they don't know that a lot of hard work goes into achieving your aim. The first hard work Srila Prabhupada gave was the 4 regulative principles one got to have. That's again a hard work for the materialistic people, that to leave these 4 things which they thought that was the life. That was their life, to gamble, to intoxication, meat eating, enjoying, partying. They thought only this is the life. This is what one should be doing in the life. But then now when they have seen that nothing helps in this world, these things, they did not help them. So now what they understand, yes, devotees really work hard. When they get up early in the morning, 3:30 they get up, they attend the Mangala Aarti, they do the chanting. Now they say, oh, it's very difficult. How do you people cope with it? How do you get up in the morning and then the whole day you are active? So now they understand when they have come into our shoes and they have who has given this realization? The Corona has given this realization to them. Their mindset. So our mindset should be what? Again, the focusing, mindset, motivation, inspiration, these are all go together hand in hand. One has to be motivated all the time. Association of devotees is must, we know. So the topic success covers everything. The success is, the first is, S stands for sincerity. So be sincere to your aim. Be sincere in your hard work. If you want to achieve your goal, our goal is to live a successful life. Our goal is to achieve Krishna, to get connected to the Supreme Power so that may we have a very content life. We have a life that is very content now, and Krishna guarantees, when you leave this world, I will take you back. He says, Yogashemam Bahame Aham, Ananasamama Chintata Yejanya Paripasate. He clearly says, mentions this in the Bhagavad Gita. If you are chanting, if you are regularly, you are with me, you are connected with me regularly, you are chanting, you keep me in your heart, then what happens is, what you lack, I will get for you. And what you have already, I'll protect that. So that guarantee he is giving, that assurance he is giving. So that assurance is going to, again, that should be our motivation. Yes, Krishna, we have faith in him. Have faith in what Krishna is saying. Have faith in the scriptures. If this would not have been, why would all the scriptures sing the same thing? They sing the same, chant the holy name, be it be Bible, be it be Quran, be it be Granth Sahib, be it be even the Gita. Krishna himself says, Japayagya Asmi, I am the Japayagya. So everybody is, what are they saying? Everybody is glorifying the holy name. That's why the holy name, we have to focus in achieving this holy name. And the motivation comes in the association of devotees. Inspiration. Again, when we see the devotees, when we see the acharyas, their lifestyle, they inspire us. When we see Loknath Maharaj, when we see Guru Maharaj, when we hear Bhakti Charu Maharaj, what he speaks about. So this, all these, Radhanath Maharaj, every sannyasi, they only glorify Krishna. They only glorify, they inspire us, they motivate us. So this association is a must for us to achieve success in life. The real success in life we are talking. So S stands for sincerity. U stands for in success, unadulterated. Don't have a consciousness that is full of concoction, that's concocted. No. Be pure in your consciousness. When you are pure in your consciousness, you will be unafraid in this world. You will be fearless in this world. That'll be a success for you. If in this moment, right in this scenario of Corona, if you are fearless, then you will achieve your target. Then Krishna will stand beside you. Whether he takes us, whether he leaves us here, devotee is happy in both cases. He's unafraid. He's fearless. And it is the truth of life. Many devotees have experienced that, yes, when we leave it on Krishna, we are blessed, We are blessed. It's only up to him, whatever he does with us. Devotee is just a puppet in his hands. If we have this in us, the belief in this, then we will be fearless. So fearless is, again, the U stands for you'll be unafraid in life. That's the real success. That success is nothing where you're always afraid. In the material world, when you see the material, the film stars, the film actors, the cricketer stars, the cricket stars and all, they are always afraid. They are always in a fear that what will happen. They are the pinnacle, they are the top. And any moment they can glide down. And they have that fear in them always. That fear is lurking in them always. They live in anxiety. A devotee, on the other hand, never lives in anxiety. He is free from anxiety because he has given all anxiety to Krishna. All anxiety is handled by Krishna. He will take care. Devotee is he has the faith in that, yes, Krishna will take care of everything. That's how. But how that faith will be strong, how that faith will build up, again and again by listening. When we put the hard work, when we do the shravanam, the listening is very important. When we listen more, we imbibe more, we get closer to Krishna more, and then what happens is we get all the results we are looking for, the real success in life. So the U stands for being unafraid, unadulterated life, and C stands for be careful, clear in your consciousness. When you get clear in your consciousness is absolutely clear. The C part is that it makes your consciousness absolutely clear. That is a success in life. When you are with sincerity, you have a consciousness that is not polluted, that is not going to harm others. You want goodness for everybody. Who is a Vaishnava? Par dukha dukhi. A real Vaishnava is who is par dukha dukhi. He is never happy with when others are in distress. He shares their pain. He shares their sorrows. He is a Vaishnava. So this is what a clear consciousness will bring, where compassion will come. Another C in success is compassion. When you are compassionate, when you give your love, your compassion to others. That's what Srila Prabhupada said, Jesus Christ. He was forgiving those who were crucifying him. So compassionate he was. So this is a devotee, a pure devotee, full of compassion. Haridas Thakur. He's being beaten in 22 marketplaces, yet he is wishing well to those who are beating him. He doesn't want them to be punished by the king. So this is a Vaishnava who is so pure, who is so compassionate. Then comes the E. E is enthusiasm and eagerness. The success in your life is when you are eager to hear about Krishna, when you're enthused, when you're full of enthusiasm to do chanting early in the morning, every day. I remember Guru Maharaj used to say every day is Damodar month, because in the Kartik month, everybody is up at 3 o'clock, 2 and 2:30 in the morning, because they say, oh, it's only the matter of 1 month. But he said every day is that for a devotee, every day is the month of Kartik, It's a day of Kartik month. I remember when he told me once, when I joined ISKCON, the first thing he told me, he was that instructions he gave me. The one instruction was, Mangal Aarti has no option. He told me that. And when I joined, I was hardly, say, 35-year-old. And I was, when he said this, I had small kids. And he said, Mangal Aarti is no option. And for me, the Mangal Aarti was going to the temple every day. I never thought of doing it at home. And I kept his word. I kept what he gave me. And I used to go to the temple early in the morning. It was like 4 o'clock. I used to leave home with kids sleeping. And then I used to go for Mangal Aarti, whether it was foggy in the month of January, it's all full of fog in the morning. And I used to drive down. So when you take this unto you, this enthusiasm, yes, I have to take the words of my spiritual master. They are my body and soul. Then Krishna is speaking through him. We have the faith in him. Even the Gurbani says this. Darshan parsiye guru ke janam maran dukh jaye. Just by having the darshan of your guru, you can be free from the cycle of birth and death. A pure guru if you have. This is your faith. And faith reciprocates. As Krishna said, I reciprocate your surrender. Guru and Krishna, they both reciprocate your surrender. The more you surrender, the more they are with you. Your surrender should be very sincere and complete surrender. Not that you are holding back something. You should be fully surrendered. So this is how the E stands for. And the other S now comes, the 2S again. The S stands for now simplicity. When all this comes in your life, you're inspired, you're motivated, you're focused, you're doing the hard work. Now what happens? Now happens is that you are going to be simple in life. If you haven't achieved this, you're not successful. You have to have simplicity in life. Simplicity in life means high thinking and a very simple life, not a life of a pseudo life. Prabhupada always quotes in the Bhagavatam, he's quoted many times in the purpose, a pseudo behavior. He talks about pseudo. He says, don't be a pseudo devotee. Because in the material world, we had learned to be a pseudo person always. We were a pseudo person in material world. When we were doing business or jobs, we have to have two personalities. One for outside world, one for the inside. We might be smiling to somebody and in the mind, and we are smiling outwardly, physically, but in our minds, we might be abusing that person. We might be saying foul words to him. That was the material life. But being a devotee, you have to be very, very kind-hearted. You have to be very sincere. You don't have to be a pseudo. You have to be very, very simple. And that is simplicity when you're sincere. Outwardly and inwardly, you are the one person. You're the same. You're wishing well to others. That means you are wishing well from mind also, from your heart also. So that is how a sincerity, a simplicity comes in a devotee. So one has to be very simple in life. Simplicity doesn't mean that you don't wear nice clothes. It doesn't mean that. Guru Maharaj has, again, I would say the personal experiences you're asking, he has taught me all this. Once he told me to look after the VIP guest. There was some VIP guest was supposed to come to the temple, and very big businessmen and film actors and all, they were coming. And he really wanted to have a very good, they should really feel, yes, they are not outsiders here. And he told me, he said, dress up in a very nice sari with a nice tilak. So this is how a devotee, he always told my husband even, whenever we go outside, wear nice pant and coat, a suit, and well dressed. That's what Prabhupada said. That's what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said. First dress well and then address the world. That is how we were trained. Yes, simplicity means at heart. At heart, you are very simple. That is the success of life. That is what you have achieved in life. That is the success you have achieved. If you are simple at heart and high thinking you have, and the thinking high means getting connected to Krishna again, that you're connected to the Supreme Lord, that is high thinking. And the last S in success, when you are serving others, when you have this, that I want to serve everybody, I want to serve, that is real humanity. In humanity, we say, no, we want to serve others. So when you serve the holy name, this will come into you. It is voluntarily, spontaneously, you'll be serving others. No force on you. There is no force. There is no force on me that I should be coming live every day and giving 2 hours every day to people who are in distress. It's just that what Prabhupada has taught me, what Guru Maharaj has conveyed to me, that's what I'm doing. And I want to give that everybody should understand, yes, Krishna wants everybody to live in peace. It's not Krishna. They blame Krishna at the moment that, oh, God is giving this pain. God is putting us in distress. It's not, God is not putting us in distress. He is there to either relieve us. If we chant his name, we will get the relief. It's all our karmas that are paying us right now. It's not, God is not paying. He always wanted us to come back. But we insisted that we want to stay here. We want to enjoy this. And now he says, this is what you have done. You exploited everything here. And now when you suffer, you cry and you blame me. So it's not, we cannot blame him. That's what people should understand. If they will blame him, they'll become atheist. So we don't want them to become atheist. We want them to thank Krishna. We just had in my groups, those are in my group, they know it. Just 2 days back, a young guy, aged just late 30s he left his body. He joined with me just last lockdown. When we started the classes in the March 22nd, the last lockdown, he joined me. And he was very regular in listening. And he had an ailment earlier also. There was a kidney transplant he had got it done. And he was but very, very sincere. He took to Krishna consciousness immediately. He started chanting 16 rounds. He wanted to preach also. He took Srimad Bhagavatam. And then when my lockdown was a bit relaxed, I was giving lectures in the temple. He started coming for my Saturday classes to the temple. Every Saturday without fail, he was there. Whether he had to go for dialysis or whether he used to give me a message all the time that I will be there. And I have a blood transfusion, something and other, everything was going on with his body. But then suddenly he was hit with COVID now this time. And he was in ICU. And in ICU, he calls me. From ICU, he called me. It was on the 30th of April. He called me from the ICU telling me that 2 persons have left body just before me. But I'm chanting. I am chanting in the face of death also. And I'm telling the doctors and the nurses also that please chant. He used to put up the chanting sessions in the morning at 5 a.m. what we do. He used to put up there in the ICU. And he used to show to the nurses, he was sharing the ICU with them. He used to tell them, but he said, Mataji, they don't listen. They just they have left their hearts, that they will die if they are in ICU. But I have a lot of hope. And I'm chanting and I'm preaching to them still. And then one day he told, I'm coming back, I'm fine. The COVID has gone away and I have been shifted to a ward and now I'll be home. He was back home. 2nd May, he came back home. But then just 2 days back, at 5 o'clock in the morning, he was chanting and then he became restless. His parents told me he wanted to talk to me and my chanting session was going on. They tried my phone, it is on no disturb. He could not talk to me. But then he was chanting and he left his body. So this is there that Krishna takes care of his devotees. And he left not with suffering. He left with chanting while he was chanting. Krishna had taken his suffering. COVID had gone away. He was home. He was okay. But then suddenly, because it was his time to go back now, and he left the body. But that was with chanting. That consciousness was there in him. Yes, I have to chant. That is why he was restless. His parents said, because he wanted to talk to you and he wanted to say Hare Krishna to you, that he was going now. And he had told his parents, I'm going now. I will not survive this. I'm going. And yet he was chanting. So this is how Krishna proves that those who become sincere, that is the success of life, serving. The last moment in his life came was that the real success. That was the success of death he had, the perfect death he had while chanting. That Krishna showed him within 1 year. So that is how, if we utilize our potentials, we manage our potentials, then we take the risk of preaching. The preaching has got a lot of risk in it. That's it. That you have to give up your comforts. That is the biggest, that you have to give up your comfort and come out of your comfort zone for preaching. You have to have this in you. Yes, I have to do something. That is the real serving humanity. It's not that just you sit and you are giving food to the empty stomachs. It's nice, you give food to the empty stomachs, but give prasadam to the empty stomachs. That is how their soul will be content also, if they'll eat prasadam. That's what ISKCON is doing right now. For the COVID relief, we're supplying food to the patients, those who are those households where they are COVID stricken, they cannot cook for themselves. Beautifully packed prasadam is being delivered at their doorsteps. And then there is a 200-bed hospital that has come up now, where they are taking care with the help of Delhi government. So we are endeavoring in that, giving peace to the soul as well, with the physically comfort, the physical treatment. So this is how the preaching should be, because preaching is not without risk. There is always a risk in preaching, because the comfort zone has to be left. You have to be out with the people. So that's how the success actually means, that what the real success in life is. We have only that imagination in us that, oh, the success means a lot of money and a big house, palatial house, we have big cars, we have. Often we hear people say, oh, that person is very successful in life because he's got a lot of everything. But then what happens? Everything is going to be left behind. And Corona has taught us what death is like. So, but Krishna says, you can look into the eyes of death. My devotees are fearless. They are not afraid. Death cannot scare them away. Death does not scare us away. Death is actually it's the art of dying we are learning throughout. So that is the perfect death where we have Krishna in our mind, in our subconscious level. That is the success of death. That is success, real success, that how you die. And it's not that only ISKCON is saying. Some people say, oh, that is ISKCON is saying. No, it's not only ISKCON. Go, you introduced me as I've written a book on the Vaishnava teachings in Sikhism. The Granth Sahib even quotes this. That Antakal jo simre Narayana, aisi chinta mein jo mare. At the moment of death, if you are chanting the name of Narayan, Pitambar take hriday vase, and the Pitambar, Krishna will take you away to his abode. It's written there. And that's what Krishna says. Antakale. So he says, yam yam vapi smaranam. That you have to chant my name, because at the end you have to come back to me. And only you will come back to me when at the moment of death you are chanting my name. So that is the real success, when you live a life of contentment, and at the time of death, you are successful in chanting the holy name. But it will come with the mercy of Guru and Krishna. That is the real success in life. The Guru and Krishna they're going to bestow this mercy on us. So I think so this whole one slide only has conveyed everything. The next slides, if you want, Shivani, you can go ahead. We'll just brush up with it. Question answers, Prabhu, how long? Should I start with the question answers? What do you say?
Yes,
I'll go with
yeah.
Prabhu.
Yes, we can take questions in between if that's okay with you, but usually we take it at the end of the session.
Okay.
However you want to do
Fine.
it.
So this is, again, this slide I put up, it's in order to achieve success in life, you need to put a lot of effort and hard work. Without hard work and determination, there is no success, and there are no shortcuts to success. Some say that, oh, we will chant the name when the death will come. So that's not a big issue. We'll start chanting when we get old. But there are no shortcuts to success. The success, real success, contentment, and you want the success in death also. So that you have to put in a lot of hard work. You have to give. in material world also, there are no shortcuts to success. You have to put in your hard work. So for spiritual life also, you have to put on your hard work. It's not simply, determination is very important. Yesterday I took the class on determination only. The devotional service and determination. The best example is the Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruva word means in itself determination. So we have to take his example, that how we got to be determined in the bhakti. Always remember Dhruv Maharaj. And I always, because from a childhood, when I used to go to Gurudwara, these lines always, they play in my mind, every day in every Gurudwara, we say in the morning, Ram Japoji aise aise, Dhruv Prahlad Japeo har jaise. Chant the holy name of Ram just like as Dhruv and Prahlad did. So every day, like, you have to remind yourself, yes, Dhruv and Prahlad, these are the two boys we have to look to. We have got to have determination from Dhruva. How Dhruv he was, how determined he was. That is how the success will come. So we really want the success in life. It will come, the contentment, the satisfaction, it will be there. But we have to be like Dhruva. We have to chant the holy name like Dhruva. So that's very important in us. And there are no shortcuts for success. As we know, we have to work hard. We have to get up for Mangal Aartis. There are no options. We have to chant early in the morning. And failure is when you stop trying. It's not that some say, oh, I cannot chant. It's very difficult. My mind runs away when I chant. It wanders away. So mind is when you'll become a failure when you will stop trying. You have to try. You have to give a chance. And when you try, Krishna will bless us. When you keep on trying, when you keep on chanting and keep on singing his glories, Krishna will bless us. That is for sure. That's the success of life. And the next slide, Shivani, just do that. We'll brush with it. The mindset, as I've earlier said, it shows firmly if you face the challenges. Challenges will be there, and it shows your attitude towards life. You must develop a mindset which depicts your struggle for achieving your targets in life. That's our mindset. So these all things we have to put in our bhakti also. That what's my attitude towards life? The life is just for living for Krishna. We have got this human life to chant the holy name. And all other things which we'll be doing, they will be of no use at the time of death. So the real success is when you will be practicing a Krishna conscious life, a God conscious life, where the end is certain, end is always certain for a material people also. They will also die. The spiritual people will also die. Everybody has to die. But what's the difference in the death? A spiritual mind, a content mind, where Krishna is there in the mind, the death will be very beautiful. The death will be like, the death is going to take us to another world where we will meet the Supreme Personality of God. And that assurance Krishna has given. That assurance Guru has given. So we have this assurance with us. Prabhupada said, I have got the keys to Krishna's home. Those who chant the holy name, the 16 rounds every day, they are surely going to go back to Godhead. If they are chanting 16 rounds and they are following the 4 rules and regulatives, principles, they will definitely go back to Godhead. I have the keys to the back door. I will take you on. That's what Prabhupada said. So have faith in his words. And when we have faith in his words, we will achieve the target. And then how firmly you face the challenges you encounter in your pursuit towards your targets. Our target, our aim is to achieve Krishna consciousness, to achieve the love for Krishna. So what is this? We have to face lots of challenges. Devotees have to face challenges. That's what I've all described in the earlier slide also. Let's go ahead, Shivani. So our focus, it determines your reality. Where we focus, that's important for us. Our focus is Krishna. So our key to success depends upon our focus. When a horse, he's put on the road, when he's galloping on the road, what's the master of the horse rider does? He puts the leather ears on his eyes. So that's why he puts those leather ears in front of his eyes on the sideways, that he may not look here and there. He may just focus on the road. So this is how we should be. We should focus. The holy name is there and we have to focus on that. And our focus is going, when the focus is there, we will achieve the target. That's very important. And motivation is the key. Again, the motivation is the key. We have to have the motivation from the acharyas, from our spiritual leaders, from our seniors. We look towards them to give us, to motivate us. You can move forward. These we have done already. The inspiration, inspired. Just we can, you can finish it up with this, Shivani. Just let it move on. My internet connection is saying it's not that good today. I don't know. I'm audible to everybody there. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
we can
Mataji.
hear you.
Yeah. Because here it's coming hazy, everything. So my internet, I think so it's not working good. Shivani, you can end this up. We can just, it's already 5 minutes to 7. I can take question answers now. So a lot can be described in during the question answer session also.
Okay. So thank you, Mataji, for a nice session. Without any delay, I would request the devotees to raise the hand, and so we can take it in the order. And you can post the questions in the chat room also. We can read it. So first question coming from Ramchandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Very inspiring class. Very inspiring class as always. Needed that. You give the example of Haridas Thakur when he was being beaten up, and he prayed for those folks, for those who were beating him, which is a quality, a wonderful quality one must possess. But many instances where one may beat me is okay. I can pray for them. I can take that. But as a devotee, one cannot see others being beaten up, for example, another devotee. So is there a fine difference? Like one must classify also when to take a beating or when it's okay to be criticized and take shelter of Krishna. But also if a devotee is harmed, right? Sometimes people just use that flat rule of thumb for everything.
You see, everybody goes through this phase, what you said. The criticism comes, and for ourselves, it's okay, we take it. But when somebody else is being, we want to take a stand for the other person. No, he's right. I will give you a material example. I don't know, I asked Guru Maharaj once this thing when I was new in Bhakti. I was a new devotee at that time. I was on the road, I was driving car. And there was a girl, another next to me, she was also driving a car. But she was young, very young, and I think so a bit inexperienced also. And there was a bus driver who was harassing us. He was harassing her. He was literally bringing the bus near her and then making fun of her like that and speaking some words, foul words to her. And I could not take that. I told that girl, I put my window down and I looked at her and I said, you come this side, I'll give you way, you bring your car here, I'll bring my car there, and then I will set him right. And I did that. He moved here and I took my car on the other side at her place. And when the driver did the same thing to me, I put down my window and I took my car in front of the bus and stopped it there. And I came out of the car and I said, now you get down and I'll take you to the police. So, you know, and at that time I was chanting. I was a new devotee, but a lot of confidence was coming up. That's what I asked Guru Maharaj. I said, did I do right? Because I was trying to help somebody at that time. And did I do right? So he just smiled away and he nodded his head. Then it's good to help others sometimes. One should be helping others. A devotee means that he's helping others. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur clearly said that yes, you have to respect. Don't think he's a non-devotee. He doesn't chant. You got to help everybody. He said even respect the ants even. Because don't say that they are others are non-devotees, so you will not help them. Oh, I'll only help a devotee. No, devotees are not miser. They have to help everybody. And often if somebody else is criticized or somebody is in pain, of course we should stand with them and we should help them. And Guru Maharaj has always taught it that you should not be, you should go to the authorities, not gossip around. That's what we have been told. That don't gossip around. Go to the authorities. You don't see something right. Go to the authorities, talk to them, tell them. And your job is over now. It's the authorities that will take the decision now. You have not to interfere in the decision. Decision is theirs. You conveyed it. Now you be out of it, but don't gossip. So that gossip will actually take away our bhakti. That's the ninda. So that is how a devotee has to have a fine line. Actually, we have to be very, very, look to it that there is a very fine, thin line. We may not cross that. The moment we cross that, that becomes a Vaishnava aparadh. If we are criticizing or talking about the others, those who have given us pain or whatever. So that is the best. Guru Maharaj said always, give it to the authorities. Now your job is over. You did not see something right. You tell the authorities, they will do it now. Likewise, I have been, I would say, living in Delhi and being near to Guru Maharaj has been a blessing with me. That I could question him. I could be asking to the seniors, whomsoever he allocated me with, and he always was there to answer my questions and the queries. Thank you, Prabhu, for asking. And these all things come back to me. I get reminded of everything I have had the association, learned in the association of Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Also reminded me of one incident where when I had just started in Krishna consciousness and my Siksha Guru was sharing a story, if I may, that him and another devotee were doing book distribution in New York City in the subway. They set up a small table with books, and this one person walked up to the book table and spit on his face. So the devotee just wiped it and that was it, and said Hare Krishna, and that was it. And he moved to the next devotee and he spit on the next devotee, and at that point he couldn't take that, and he pushed him back and he kind of shoved him away. But he was that's what he was trying to say, that devotees should bear when somebody criticizes, should not be violent. But when some other devotee is being affected, he could not stand. He said, that's when I jumped in. So just reminds how you did with the bus driver. So and that's also once innate nature comes out at that time. We may not think about these things, but in how we react at that moment tells who we are also. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Reaction is everything. Actually, the reaction is there is a story I will do in the next session with you. It's a big story, and that's how the chain of action, reaction to understand. Because Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to cut the chain of action and reaction. We are suffering right now. We are suffering because of our actions done in the past. That is, the reaction has come now. Like we are facing Corona. This is actually our actions that are paying us now. And this is the reaction to that action. But now how do we react? That is important. If we will not react now in a good way, in the perfect way, again a chain will be created, and then again we will be reacted. So that is another, that I don't want to confuse everybody. They will get confused if because there is a shloka in the Bhagavad Gita, then we will take along with it. I took that session in Canada a long time back in a hospital. They had invited me for the administrative staff in the Surrey hospital. There was all the staff, the security staff, even the doctors, the nurses, all the staff was there. And some of them were joining in. They used to come in between and go away on their duties, and then they used to come in. We had that seminar in their hall. And there I did this. And there they had told me that I'm a spiritual teacher, so I did not mention the Bhagavad Gita in the beginning. It was just that I'm giving a motivational spiritual talk in general. And when I then came to this topic of action and reaction, they could not hold back, and they started asking me, from which book you are referring it? Please let us know the book. So then I came up with the Bhagavad Gita. I gave them. I said, this is the book you should read to understand this. So there are, to understand action reaction, one has to have again, we'll have another session for that. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That was a wonderful talk. Dev Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my
Hare
humble
Krishna.
obeisance. Very, very encouraging class, Mataji. Thank you so much. One question, Mataji, I have is like whatever is happening around us, especially all of us sitting in the, away from India and seeing all the difficulties our friends, families are going through. Of course, as a devotee, we want to help them. Like you said, a Vaishnava is par dukhi. So, of course, we are chanting, we are keeping ourselves very, very strong. But at the same time, until, especially if I talk about me, not in the pure state, emotions are also there. So how can we convert these distresses or the helplessness that we feel sitting here, not able to do or help much? How can we convert them into some positive or better emotions or transform
Very
them?
good question. Yes, Prabhu, very good question. It's the need of the hour. The only way you can help is prayers. That's the only way. Prayers hai jo Bhagwan sunenge. The prayers only will Krishna hear. Prayers is the pleading. Advaita Acharya, he prayed and Krishna had to come. So if you will pray, Krishna will. Because if millions and millions people join hands to pray, out of them at least one will be the purest soul whom Krishna will hear. And that's why we tell everybody, whomsoever we meet, we say, please pray to Krishna, chant the holy name, start chanting. Because this is the Sankirtan Yajna. The more sincerely we chant, the more we chant, Krishna will hear our pleadings. At least one of us one moment will be very pure, the one person will be very pure, that moment Krishna will hear. And the moment he hears, he will take away this from here. This corona will go away. I have firm faith. I was talking to Guru Maharaj. I said, Guru Maharaj, please pray to Krishna. Please tell Krishna to take this away. This is like you are sitting miles away, but sitting in Delhi also, we are miles away from our family. I haven't met my daughter. She lives just in Gurgaon. I am in Delhi, just 30 minutes from here. But I could not meet her. I cannot meet her. I have not met her for the last 1 month now, 1.5 months. And she also went through so much, like she also came positive but we are helpless. We cannot do anything sitting here. Sitting here also in our homes, we cannot do anything. They say, don't come out. You come out with double mask. With double mask also, there is so much of chance because it's airborne now. And only the thing we can do is prayers, nothing else. And we've lost so many young people, they've gone. In our family also, there have been young deaths. So, but people are going, yet there is only solace is Krishna's name. Only solace is the prayers. That's what we are right now. Everybody in the world, they should be chanting. Everybody should be chanting and preaching the holy name and chanting the holy name. That's what even the Gurbani says, that you should chant yourself and make others chant. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, I take the dust of those who chant themselves and make others chant. That's what Krishna says. The devotee is very dear to me. The dearest most is the one who preaches to others, who gives it to others. So if we become his dear, at least we will have success in our death and we'll give success to others when they go away from this world. They'll be real success, really successful. So we are looking for the real success in life. We are not looking for the artificial success of being very popular or having a lot of money. We don't want that. Just give us enough to do bhakti. That's it. We want that much. That's all. Where our needs are fulfilled and we can do bhakti. We can give this to others. So just pray for us. Pray for the whole world. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
I'll take one question from the chat room. The question is how to have compassion for people who are purposefully making your life miserable.
That's it. You can, but we have to pray for them, because Krishna says, have no dvesh, have no aversion, no anger in you. If you have anger, I don't stay in that heart. So our aim, as I said, the success is, the first is our aim. Focus on your aim. The steps to success is your aim. Our aim is much higher. Our aim is much higher than how much we get hurt. It doesn't matter. Our aim is to achieve Krishna. And Krishna says, you will achieve me when you have no aversion in you, when you don't hate anybody, when you love everybody. So how you love your enemy also? This is a $1,000,000 question, how one can love the enemy. So if you cannot love, just say Hare Krishna and be indifferent, that's it. Don't commit offense. So those who are doing bad to us, those who are doing not good to us, they will suffer their own karmas. And we don't have to interfere in what they are going to get or how we will decide their fate. We should not retaliate in the same manner. That's what I said, the action and reaction. There is a complete topic. We can understand it later when I do a session with you. So this is the key. We have to have faith in Krishna's word. The first thing is the faith in Krishna's, Guru and Krishna's word. When we have faith, then nothing can dwindle us. Others may abuse us, others may do anything to us, but we know Krishna is there with me. And I want Krishna, he is my goal. So I am not going to hate them. We pray, what we pray is that everybody may be happy. We do not say, oh, please, there is a list, Krishna, please don't make them happy. Only these persons should be happy. I'm praying for only these. No, we say everybody should get your blessings. We always say that. Please bless all. We never say there is a list, avoid all these persons. We never say that. We include everybody. We include even send the blessings to our enemies also. So this is how Krishna wants us, that we should seek blessings for everybody and not hate anybody. If anybody is not doing good to us, you can leave the place, you can just avoid him, but just don't have ill feelings for him. Just say, Krishna, bless him, that he may understand that what I was trying to do is only for his goodness or her goodness. Krishna is sitting in the heart of the other person. He will transform the heart on your prayers. So prayers are very powerful. We think, oh no, prayer is just like we have always learned, no, Jai Jagdish Hare, let's go and Tan Man Dhan Diya Tera. We think this is a prayer. No. Sincerely sitting in our heart, he understands when we chant, we especially get up in the morning, we leave the comfort of our beds, we leave the comfort of our home, we go for Mangalarti, we chant. You're doing this for whom? This is for Krishna, to please Krishna. So when we try to please God, Krishna tries to please us. Remember this thing. He reciprocates whatever feelings you have, Krishna has the same feeling for you. You want business with him, you want to do trading with him, he will do trading with you. If you want to surrender to him, he will come and surrender to you also. He surrendered to Arjuna. He became a chariot driver to Arjuna. He surrendered. He served Arjuna. Surrender means serving. He served Arjuna. So he has shown this. Yes, you surrender to me, I surrender to you. I become your guardian, a true sense guardian. So don't have these ill feelings for anybody, because we lose Krishna at that moment. Moment we have ill feelings, remind yourself, oh no. If you feel, in Kali Yuga, Krishna has given one blessing to us. That's, and in heart, in mind, if we commit a sin, that is not a sin. That is not considered a sin. So in mind, if this thought comes, oh, I hate this person, don't ever let it come to your lips. Just check yourself there only and ask Krishna's help immediately. Please help me. I don't want to hate this person. Bless him. Bless him, Krishna. I don't want to hate him. Please bless him. I just ask his blessings that I want to love everybody. That's it. Haribol. Yes.
That's a beautiful answer. Very subtle question and elaborate answer. Thank you so much. Do we have more time, Mataji? We have a question in the chat room.
It's okay,
there's one more question.
5-10 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Jayadupti Mataji, go ahead, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, wonderful session. So many things to learn. Mataji, I have a question. Like, as you mentioned, the boy, he left this world while chanting, and he wanted to talk to you, right? So, what thought came in my mind, in your mind? Sorry, in your mind when you heard he wanted to talk to you, you could not, as you were chanting at that time, and like in that, and so many things is happening in India, and most of us relatives are there, and like. So that's why I wanted to know what thought came in your mind.
I'm just another surrendered soul, because it's Krishna's will. If Krishna wanted, he would have talked to me. If Krishna did not want, he thought that is the best, that he should chant and go. That's what Krishna's will is. And the best thing is that he was chanting. He was saying Krishna, Krishna, and he went. So that is the best. I feel so satisfied, yes, that he came in my connection just 1 year back and he had just a glorious death. It's such a nice death. He's young. He was the only son of his parents. I think so. He has just got one sister more. But then it's okay. Krishna has said these relationships, they are actually all material. They are all with the body, and they will bring suffering. They will bring separation. Separation means suffering. So separation will come, suffering will come. But he makes us strong. When we are with Krishna, we become strong. There are many in my group. There is another, maybe she's listening right now. She's left her husband. Her husband has also gone away. Her father has also gone away in a span of 1 week because of COVID. And yet she's got small kids. She's very brave, I must say. She's coping with it so well. She did not tell her mother, even mother is COVID positive. She did not tell her mother that her husband is no more. For 1 week, she did not tell her mother. She did not want to hurt her mother. And she may not, she's weak at this moment. So she's very brave. Krishna is really making her brave. She also joined with me 1 year back, and she came to the temple. She came to have darshan of Guru Maharaj. She's a blessed soul. She is still chanting. She comes to my 5 a.m. sessions. The very next day of losing her husband, she was there attending the sessions, the 5 a.m. sessions, chanting sessions. That shows how Krishna is really reciprocating in her heart, giving her the strength. So it happens the person gets very weak at this moment. This moment is very subtle. This moment can do anything to us. We can go away from Krishna. But yet coming back to Krishna shows that how brave she is, and Krishna is reciprocating. He's sitting in her heart. So this is the fear, constant fear is there that suffering is going to come. But then, as I said, the real success is when we get connected to Krishna, we'll become unafraid. The fear will go away. The fearless, the anticipatory anxiety, we don't want that anticipatory anxiety now. We want to get rid of that. Anticipatory anxiety is, oh, अब क्या होगा, भाई ऐसा हो जाएगा, again ऐसा हो गया तो फिर ऐसा हो जाएगा. So don't think, I tell my group, don't think about it. Don't think about corona. कि ऐसा हो जाएगा, फिर we will not get oxygen, we will not get this. अगर हम ऐसे hypothetical भी सोचते रहेंगे, then what will happen? We will lose our calm, and we will lose our tranquility. We will lose the interest in the holy name. Just focus on the holy name. Just focus on Krishna, and Krishna is standing there to help us. He will help us. He will surely help us. Have faith in him. He has helped us all the time. He's been helping. So many, as Prabhuji said, like it's with me, I narrate to my group, there's so many stories of other devotees, so many stories, the real stories we get, they motivate us. And that keeps us going. So chant and chant, because only the chanting and the prayer, chanting is actually the prayer. It's the bhakti, it's the soul of bhakti, chanting. So chanting is going to take us back to Godhead. Chanting is going to do wonders. So as I said, please chant karo. आप जितना जप करेंगे, उतना भगवान कृपा करेंगे. हम सब पर कृपा करेंगे पूरी दुनिया पर. And especially the India needs it more right now. So कृपा, भगवान कृपा करेंगे हम पे. Of course, he will bless us. Have faith. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well.
Thank you. I really love your answers and the compassion and so much of personal touch your answers have. They are really, really very nice. Thank you so much for that,
Thank
and
you.
appreciate your the way you talk. It feels really very, very close. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Prabhu.
I'm
Thank you
sure
very
that
much.
devotees are getting
Thank you so much.
devotees are very helpful. This talk is very helpful. And they might have more questions, but we are running short of time. So I appreciate everybody's association today. And thank you so much, Mataji, in this tough time. Everybody is staying together, and our prayers are there that our dear Radha Shyam Sundar bless everybody, maintain in the sadhana, and stay fixed. Thank you so much. And again, if any mistakes, please forgive us.
No, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me serve. It's my service, you know. Thank you so much. I'm really, I appreciate your effort and your service there, that you all are doing great service. Guru, as I told last time also, Guru Maharaj knows Ramchandra Prabhu. I had conveyed it to him that he's invited me, so Guru Maharaj knew him so well. And I haven't had the chance to meet Loknath Maharaj since then. The lockdown has been there. He's in Pandharpur, so I haven't had the chance to meet him. But surely, whenever I meet him, I'm going to convey it to him. And he's also very dear to us, to me and Prabhuji, my Prabhuji, and we have served him. He has stayed in our house also. Loknath Maharaj stayed in our house long time back. He stayed a night in our house. He blessed us. He did his morning chanting here, and then it was. He has even, I was, as you said, I was on TV, and once I remember that incident. I was in Punjabi Bagh. I met Loknath Maharaj Ji in the Punjabi Bagh temple in the evening, and just he saw me, and I went to pay obeisances, and he started talking to me, and he said, Radhika Kripa, I'm just coming from the recording studio, you know, and the person just previous to Guru Maharaj, it was I who had recorded a lecture there. And he said, I wanted to know what the continuation is. So I'm just coming after hearing your lecture. And Maharaj is telling me that he heard my lecture first before giving his own. So I started laughing. I said, that's wonderful, Guru Maharaj. So I'm blessed that we have the association of so many elevated souls, you know, and I'm really blessed that you all, Ramchandra Prabhu is his disciple, and everybody is so nice. The devotee association is actually, it's wonderful. So I and my Prabhuji, we always talk about all these sannyasi associations we have had, and we remember all the talks all the time, and we feel so much enthused, you know, when we recollect all those memories. It gives you so much of power, so much of affection comes, so much of love flows. That's brilliant. Thank you again. I thank you very much for reminding all those memories. They come live to me when I talk about them. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Hari Bol.